What's up guys, I'm Phil Gaming and I'm back with a brand new video on the channel. And I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen, because yeah, the game does seem to crash whenever when we try to show you guys the weapons setup stuff. Yeah, so I won't be doing that, but yeah, as you can see, when you first started to play this game 2 years ago, we only had we only had the two enemy types, the automatons and the terminids, but now we've got the illuminates. So yeah, so you now have three options of enemies you want to fight. And if you have been playing the game, guys, or haven't, if you want to have your own custom weapons, like Call of Duty and Helldivers, you basically just pick a gun and then you level it up, and you can go up to your gun can go up to level 25. Yeah, so you can have your own custom gun, you can put a camo on it, and you can put a camo on it. Oh yeah, so and in the process of that, ladies and gentlemen, we have, so we've got the brand new Warbounds. So yeah, if we go all the way up to the top, yeah, so guys, when the game first come out, we only got the Helldivers Mobilize one. Yeah, so the Mobilizer one was the very first one that you guys could purchase. And yeah, so it basically was like a Kickstarter, so yeah, you could get the Punisher, yeah, the first shotgun ever that you guys could get. So yeah, you could get this. This is the first shotgun. This is the first grenade, besides the default one and the default AR. But yeah, this is the first proper gun you guys could get. This is the first major handgun you got. Handgun you could get. But unfortunately, with the new customization, you cannot. Right now, you can't upgrade your secondaries. That's unfortunate. And then we've got the Resilience, which is the very first marksman rifle we could get, other than the stratagem versions. And then we got the next SMG. We got the first SMG as well. And then we got our first booster as well. Our first booster, proper booster. That's actually helpful. And then we got another one. Yeah, and then we got another booster, which increases your health. And then we've got the second shotgun on day one. So yeah, 2 shotguns, an SMG. Pretty useful. Then we got our first energy weapon, which is pretty cool. And then we got our second grenade, an impact grenade. And then we got another AR as well. And then we got another booster, the recon booster. This is the I think this is the booster that increases the range on your map and lets you see everything. Yeah, there you go, guys. Yeah, as you can see by the information, increases all Helldivers effective radar range. Yeah, so with this should let you see everything, depending on the map that you're playing on. And then we've got the stamina, so you can run more. Then we've got the and then we've got the what else? Yeah. And then we've got the diligence counter snipers. Yeah, we've got still a marksman rifle, but it's a marksman sniper. And then we've got a slugger shotgun. All in the this is all in the day one pass, ladies and gentlemen. All in the day one. And then we got the breaker spray and pray, which is another version of the breaker shotgun. Then we got muscle enhancement. And as you can see, guys, it allows, yeah, so if you're on playing snowy maps, you can use the muscle enhancement, or if you're on snow, it's like snow, sand, swampy lands, or whatever, you guys can run through this. Yeah, you can use this one and it'll help you run through it a lot better. No hassle. And then we've got the, yeah. And then we've got the increased reinforcement budget. This will get, yeah, so as you can see, increases the number of available reinforcements. Yeah, so if you're playing with 4 people, you do get 20. Like with 4 people, so 20 reinforcements with 4 people. Unfortunately, I don't have this yet, because yeah, I obviously not gone back into the day one, yeah, back into the day one Warbounds, and then we've got our first, yeah, then we've got our first energy, our second energy base. We got the Plus 1 Scorcher, which is basically, yeah, so this is basically a, I think, yeah, like this is one of those guns that shoots lightning. See, as you can see, there is only 9 pages in the first ever Warbound, and then we also got the Steel Veterans. Yeah, this is the one that's pretty short itself, and this gives us more weapons. Yeah, we got the, in this one, ladies and gentlemen, we got a new pistol, we got the P4 Senator, and then we got a Liberator. We got a modified Liberator, which gives does concussion damage to enemies, so yeah, concusses them. And then we got our first fire grenade, our first elemental grenade. So yeah, so we've got the G10 Incendiary, and then we got the Breaker Incendiary, which is which is a step up from the first Breaker. This Breaker is fire based. It will shoot fire bullets. It's pretty good against the Terminids. Depending on where you go, like that's just gonna be honest truth for you guys. Depends on where you go with this, like what part of the Terminids land you go to. This can be good against said Terminids. Yeah. I don't know if it's that good anymore, but I do still enjoy using it, because it's fun. And then we've got the Dominator, the Jar 5 Dominator, special shotgun. Yeah, so this one has explosive bullets. So yeah, this is explosive. I probably will showcase it sometime. I may or may not have done that already. And then we've got the flexible reinforcement budget. So yeah, so if you run out, of reinforcements, so say you have a person on your team and they die multiple times, if you bring the flexible reinforcement budget, it will reduce the timer. I think the timer you have to wait on reinforcements is a minute, I think. Yeah, like it's about a minute and a half or something. Maybe longer. But yeah, then the next one we got, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Cutting Edge Warbound. And then, yeah, so then we got the Localization Confusion. This, yeah, it basically gives you this one gives you a bit of a break between enemies spawning. And then we got the next energy weapon. We got the Last 16 Sickle. It's considered an SMG, but as it's energy based, it puts it in the energy based category. And then here's the Punisher Plasma. This is also an energy based weapon. This weapon is pretty good against the automatons. If anybody wants to know of that, like this weapon is pretty good against the automatons. It's basically got Halo's plasma grenades infused inside it. See, I have showcased this shotgun before on the channel when I was showcasing me unlocking it and showing it off in the game. But yeah, and then we've got the very first stun grenade. So yeah, you can stun the enemies and make them easier to kill. But you can only use your grenades wisely because you only get 4 of them. And then we've got the first special, the last 7 dagger, which is a special pistol. And then we've got the Arc 12 Blitzer. This is an electricity gun, I think. Yeah, so I think this shoots electric. Yeah, this is arc electric. And then the next one we got, guys, we got the democratic detonation. Detonation. And yeah, so this one came out. We got and then so we got a G123 termite grenade, a thermite grenade, and then we got the abductor adjudication even assault rifle. This one was not that good. That was not that good. Then we got the expert extraction pilot. So if you have this one on and you call in, and then you call in extraction, so if you have this on and you call in extraction, it's going to reduce the time it takes to get there. It usually takes 2 minutes for the, for Pelican 1 to get to your location. So yeah, if you have this one on, it makes that faster. And then here is the Eruptor. This is the first explosive weapon that we have. It's besides the, besides the crossbow. And we got a grenade launcher pistol. So yeah, our first special pistol, the GP31 grenade pistol. And then we got the GB9 explosive crossbow. So yeah, we got, so far we have 3 explosive weapons in our arsenal. And then the next one, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Polar Patriots, which was next. Yeah, as you can see, and then we got another AR. So yeah, they love giving us the ARs. And then we got the Motivational Shocks booster. So yeah, this allows the Helldivers to recover faster after being slowed by attack, such as acid. Does not mitigate area effects, such as EMS strikes. So yeah, so if you're being attacked, you use the Motivational Shocks, and it lets you keep moving while you're being attacked. Because you usually get hit by something, you stumble forward, and your character grunts. So yeah, and then we've got the SMG. We got a new SMG, and another elemental grenade, the G13 Impact Incendiary, which is actually pretty useful. And then we got the Plaz 101 Purifier. When I seen this for the first time, I was like, this just seems like the same gun. No, this is a different style of it. And then we got the Verdict, ladies and gentlemen. We got the P113 Verdict. This pistol, honest, is my favorite. Yeah, like this P113 Verdict is my favorite pistol in the game at the moment because it's fast. Like, it's pretty good. Like, it's a really good pistol to have. Like, I really like the fast pace of it. And the next one we have, ladies and gentlemen, the Warbounds. They keep coming. And we've got the Viper Commandos next to look at. And to show you guys, yeah. So, when this one came out, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, we got customization items for our... Yeah, we got customization items for our Hellpod. Along with weapons. So yeah, so we got new armor sets as well. Proper soldier attires. So yeah, then we got a new Liberator. We got the AR-23A Liberator carbine. Uh, yeah, so this is just my Helldivers video, showing you guys what to not miss out on. So yeah, then we got a special shotgun, which is another special weapon. We got the SG-22 Berserker, which is a special shotgun. So yeah, it's in the special category. Unfortunately, I can't show you because, yeah, the game will crash. Yeah, and then we got a throwing knife, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and then we got a throwing knife. And if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, we did get a mech suit. We were able to get mech suits somehow. Yeah, like we developed mech suits and then we got them. So yeah, you could actually buy mech suits now. So yeah, they give you the first ever exosuit pattern for your exosuit. So you can customize your exosuit, and then they allowed, and then they added vehicles to the game. They added a vehicle stratagem to the game. So yeah, you can now drive cars across maps depending on where you go. And you can find cars or you can summon in cars so you can traverse the map pretty quickly. And then we got the experimental infusion. In addition to restoring health, stims temporarily increase movement speed and damage reduction. So yeah guys, when you use the experimental infusion, it basically has a bit of a buzz to it. Like it makes your screen all rainbow-like your character has gotten high. And yeah, then the next one we got, guys, we've got the Warbounds Freedom's Flames, sorry. So yeah, so we got this one, and now we've got another Hellpod customization, which is we can turn it orange. And then we've got the cookouts. Yeah, you will understand that this Warbound is all about fire weapons and barbecues. Yeah, and then we got the first portable, flamethrower. That's not a stratagem. We got the Flam 66 Torture. So yeah, so this is basically a portable flamethrower, one that you can actually use and don't have to worry about summoning with the stratagem. And then we can upgrade in this one. This is the first one we can upgrade Pelican 1, so you can upgrade your extraction to whatever you want. And then we can upgrade our car again. And we can upgrade our exosuit again. And then we got the firebomb hellpod. So yeah, so this will put firebombs on your hellpod. And whenever you land, it does cause a big fire explosion. So if you're flying down into enemies, you guys are going to be in luck with that. So yeah, and then we've got the P72 Crisper, which is basically a special pistol. So it's a flamethrower. It's a flamethrower pistol, but it's a special weapon. So yes, that's pretty cool. It's in itself, I don't think it's good, to be fair. And then we've got the chemical agents next. And in this one, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, so this one is all to do with toxic stuff. Yeah, we got the first gas grenade, and then we got the toxic hellpod customization, and then we got the sterilizer, which is basically, yeah, then we got the sterilizer, which is a acid. I guess it's considered an acid weapon. Yeah, so we got an acid flamethrower, and then we got the mustard shuttles. Yeah, we can basically turn our Pelican 1 either like a yellowy green color for toxic acid, and then we can turn our car yellow as well. We can turn our exosuit yellow as well. And then the problematic thing, we've got the P11 stim pistol. It's very difficult to use this. There is no option to shoot yourself with it, to heal yourself. Like Doc in Rainbow Six Siege. So like Doc is the healer, and he's got the exact same stem shot. He's got a stem pistol, and he can like infuse himself with the health. But yeah, unfortunately, this is basically for you to be team medic, the medic of the team. How often is anybody around your team to heal them? That's something else to talk about. And then we've got the guard dog. Yeah, we've got the guard dog breath. So yeah, this is a guard dog that's infused with the acid. Yeah, so this is the guard dog. It's infused with acid, with an acid gun instead of a machine gun or a laser rifle. So you can basically shoot stuff with the acid. Unfortunately, I don't have it at the moment. But then we got the Truth Enforcers next. Yeah, so all the Warbounds up until this point, ladies and gentlemen, you do have to pay 1,000. Yeah, you have every Warbound from so every Warbound from here down, you have to pay um 1,000 super credits for each one. So yeah, so the more you know, you just have to spend 1,000 super credits on each one if you want the stuff in it. Most people don't purchase it, and then so as you can see, we can have turn our exosuit black with a black pattern on it, and then we've got the black hell pod as well, customization, and then we've got the dead sprint. So with dead sprint, what happens with this one? You're basically sacrificing your health. So yeah, you can keep running, but it's just like in just like in the GTA, when you keep running, it will drain your health because you're getting tired, so you're sacrificing your health just to keep running. And then we've got a brand new shotgun. We got the SG-20 Holt next. So yeah, that's all we have up here. And then we've got a new SMG. We've got the SMG 32 Reprimand, and then we can also have a black version of Pelican 1. And then you also get super credits, ladies and gentlemen. You get super credits in every one. So yeah, you get 100 super credits in each Warbound, and then you get the Plus 15 Loyalist, which is a special pistol, which is a plasma pistol, and then you can turn your recon vehicle black, put a black skin on it if you want. And then we got the Urban Legends. This, as you can see by the description, it's the first melee weapon that we've been able to get so far. And so as you can see, we now have a directional shield. So you can now put a shield in front of you, and your teammates can walk behind you. And and then we can turn our Hellpod camoed. And yes, as you can see, we've got our first melee weapon. We got the CGC 19 stun lance. We now have a melee weapon to fight with melee if we choose. So the melee weapon swaps out your pistol, and and then we can actually we can make our supply drops armed. So we put miniature guard dog turrets on the top of it, or mini liberators on top of it, and it will defend the area. We also got the flame sentry, so it's a flamethrower sentry gun, which basically it really does come in handy for stuff. For missions, it does come in handy. And then we can have a camo version of our Pelican 1. We also have the anti-tank emplacement. So by the intro for this, someone actually has to sit on it to use. I don't know if it's actually going to be one of those things that I will use, but as I play the game a lot, you do get up to 250 medals. It's on the cards. It really is on the cards, and then we can make our mech jungle like, and we can turn put a jungle pattern on the car as well in the recon vehicle. And then we got the Servants of Freedom. So yeah, these, as we're getting closer to the newer stuff, which technically we are already into the newer stuff. So yeah, then we got the double-edged sickle, another energy-based weapon. And then we got the first ever portable rocket launcher. We got the GP20 Ultimatum. Yeah, and then we've got the G50 Seeker. So yeah, this is the first grenade that's hunts its enemies. And then we got the probably one of the coolest stratagems. We got the portable hell bomb, which you put on your back. See, your teammates arm it, and you can apparently the wearer can activate it as well. Like the person that puts it on can activate it as well. But I really don't know how to do it. I guess if you have it on your back and you're in a hell bomb mission, then that's probably where it's more useful. But then we've got the borderline justice. So yeah, we're getting into the newer stuff. We got a R6 Deadeye marksman rifle. So yeah, this is everything that's currently new at the moment. Then we got the last 58 Talon, which is a special pistol, a special laser pistol. And then we've got the next jetpack. We got the hover pack. Just like Boba Fett, you guys can float in the sky now. And then we've got TED 63 Dynamite, which is a brand new throwable. So you can now throw dynamite at your enemies. And then we've got the Sample Extractor, which is another new booster. And with this one, ladies and gentlemen, if you kill large enemies, so you will only be able to get 10 of these. Yeah, so you get 10. You can only get 10 samples drops per mission. So yeah, so if you're getting sample drops from your enemies, you're going to have to then find the rest of the samples in the mission. But yeah, you can extract samples from the enemies if you don't want to. Yeah, if you don't want to run around the map and search. And what else is there? Oh yeah, then we got. This is the next one we've got. We've got the Masters of a Ceremony. And then this one, I mean, this is basically like a war one. Like it's based around a war. We got the R2 Amendment, which is basically a marksman rifle with a bayonet on it. I don't know if the bayonet is usable, but I would assume so, as you can melee with your gun. And then the next melee weapon, guys, we got the CGC-2 Saber, the 5-first sword. We can use, yeah, this is like a royal battle, warbound. And then we've got the One True Flag, which we can use as a melee weapon as well. Like we can use the flag as a melee weapon, and then we can basically put it down and like we can have fun with it. We can put it down. We can claim this land in the name of the Helldivers and attack enemies with it in the process. Yeah, it's pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't have it yet. And then we've got the sample scanner. Yeah, it gives Helldivers a 15% chance to receive twice the samples on a sample pickup. So yeah, if you're using a sample scanner, you can get 2 times the amount whenever you pick it up. So, well, a 15% chance of that happening. So yeah, this could be useful. And then we've got the G142 Prio Tech. So yeah, so this is another flame grenade. Well, it's another incendiary grenade. So yeah, I don't have it yet. But as of recently, we've got the Force of Law, which basically makes your character look like RoboCop. And to end the video, this is the electric Warbounds. Yeah, we've got the AR-32 pacifier. So yeah, this Warbound is all about using elemental electricity, static, arc power, and then we can turn our Hell Pod true blue, which is basically like a silver and blue color. And then we've got the stun pods, so you can put stun grenades on your Hell Pod. Stun the enemies if you land into them. And then we've got this stratagem permit for the de-escalator, which is a arc infused grenade launcher. So yeah, this grenade launcher, it gives you arc infused grenades. So yeah, you can shock the enemies with it and have no hassle of destroying yourself. And then we've got the True Blue Pelican 1 skin. So yeah, and every armor set, it will make you look like RoboCop. Like the further you go, yeah. So the further you go, you look like RoboCop, and yeah. So then we can we can make our car true blue as well, and we can also do the same with our mech. And then we've got the guard dog K9. So yeah, so this is a brand new guard dog. So what they've done with this guard dog is they have put a miniature arc thrower on the bottom of it, but it's not like the electric. Yeah, like it's not like it doesn't shoot the electric. The electric is in the bullets. The electricity is in the bullets. So yeah, and then as we end off, we got a arc grenade. So yeah, an arc 9 grenade. We got the G109 Urchin. So yeah, that's really it. Everything that's new. So yeah, like a lot of the stuff in this game is pretty cool. So yeah, and if you don't know, guys, we've got the store. Yeah, we got the superstore, which has a bunch of stuff in it that you guys can purchase from Warbounds that are current, and it changes over every couple of times. Like it changes over every so often. So yeah, anyway, guys, I'm Philly Gaming, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.